What's going on, guys? It's Power 105.1. Nyla Simone here on Blends and Trends, and we got a very special guest from Brooklyn in the building, young Devyn.
Woohoo! Baby girl in the building.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well, sis. Yo, I've been trying to connect and tap in with you for a minute. I saw your Funk Flex freestyle go viral, and I saw you go crazy on Sway. I'm like, nah, I gotta get her up at Power. And I saw you just dropped a new freestyle, going nuts right now, straight to it. I love everything that you're doing. So tell me about being like a woman in hip hop, because you know it's March, it's Women's History Month. How do you feel? Because you're really like bar heavy, and that's not like the common sound that you're hearing from women right now. So like, why is that so important to you, or is it?
It's definitely important to me. Just growing up, being from New York, I think plays a lot into it. You know, like New Yorkers, we have like this naturally aggressive, thick-skinned, fast-paced type of attitude. So it's really competitive, you know. And then coming from a long lineage of great artists out of New York, like Nicki, Biggie, Jay-Z, like these are legends in the game, people who've really changed the game. So that's always been one of the reasons why I've always been bar heavy. And then I always just feel like as a woman in a male dominated industry, I feel like I always got to go 10 times harder to even get almost the same amount of acknowledgement, because it's a lot of people that I feel like I could go head to head with or toe to toe with that people wouldn't even consider me just because I'm a female. So, you know, I always feel like as girls in the music business, I always tell people, make sure you go 200% so that it could count as 100. You know, make sure you go 300% so it could count as more. You always got to go harder. You always got to strive for more, push your pen more, and that's what I've been doing.
That's a fact. Wow, you're very wise to be so young. How old are you?
I'm 19. I just turned 19.
That's dope. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
When you just turned 19?
December 28th, like at the end of last year.
You a Capricorn? Okay, that's fine.
Are you a Capricorn?
I'm not. I'm a Leo, but I like Capricorn. Okay. Good people, solid people.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I already talked about women in hip hop. Future collab. So who are some people who like shaped you? Because like you said, you come from New York. Nicki, Jay, all these people are great. But who do you say shaped you?
Definitely Nicki. Nicki was the first artist that made me even want to rap. So I will always give credit to Nicki. Meek Mill, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Lauryn Hill, definitely, because she kind of was the artist who made me feel comfortable being able to mix my melodies with my bars. Because when I was listening to Nicki and Meek and different things like that, even though Nicki was doing it as well, you know, like Lauryn Hill, like she like has a like, even if you never heard her rap, you would think she's a straight singer. Like her voice is crazy, and the fact that she was just smoothly, you know, intertwining it with her music and with her rap, you know, it kind of gave me that inspiration to feel comfortable doing the same thing. So I'm a big fan of Lauryn Hill, and just a lot of the greats. I love DMX as well when it comes to that aggression, that storytelling, feeling. So yeah, a lot of people.
I love that. So how do you feel, because being that you're like so bar heavy and aggressive and stuff like that, you know, a lot of women are going like the sexy route and stuff like that. Do you see yourself dabbling more into that now that you're like getting older? Kind of like how Chloe Bailey just bust out on us and is now going nuts and stuff like that. Like, you see yourself doing that?
I don't think me selling sex would be like that wouldn't be my brand. Like if I do acknowledge the fact that I'm getting older and my content is definitely going to change. There's definitely going to be different things that I talk about that I wouldn't have talked about when I was 16. But like sex is not going to be what I'm selling, you know, like that's not my image necessarily. Like whatever happens in my life is the things that I speak about, but I would never try to because even if that was the case, that would technically be me boxing myself in, and I never want to do that, because I feel like, you know, it's so much things in life I could talk about. It's so many genres that I could dibble and dabble in. It's so many ways that I could show off my talent and my music. So I never want to be able to box myself in too much. But of course, as I get older and mature, my content will definitely get older as well, and it will grow with me. But I still have like a sense of moral and values that I don't think that I would really ever cross. But definitely as I get older, my content gets older with me.
I like that. So what type of, or what other genres do you see yourself tapping into?
Well, I used to sing Soca, so I would definitely go back into doing Soca. Anything really and truly that is a part of me that I don't ever would feel would be too gimmicky. Like whatever I genuinely feel in my heart of hearts to do. And like if I wake up today and I want to do a rock song, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like doing rock, I'm gonna do rock. But yeah, but if no, I could really do anything because like I'm a very open-minded person, number one, and number two, I want to make those international bridges. Like I want to do songs with Davido. I want to learn about UK artists and be able to collaborate with them as well. Because I always say music is really just a universal language, and it's just our job as artists to translate that to people who can't really, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's an artist. Not everybody has a music ear, and I feel like as an artist, we're kind of like interpreters, we're translators. The beat talks to us and we just put it in words for human understanding. So no matter what part of the world you're in, music will always be the thing that kind of universally controls people's emotions without you even knowing. And I want to tap into as much as I can.
Yeah, no, that's real. And speaking of connecting with like UK, when I was listening to Straight to It, I'm like, dang, I think this is the first female drill song I've ever heard, honestly. So, or is that what we get like on your tape? And are we getting a tape? When are we getting a tape?
The tape is definitely coming, but Straight to It, yeah. I think Straight to It, and the reason why I do it so well, I think one of the reasons is because it's definitely filling in a gap that was missing that people didn't even realize, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, and I would never take credit and say I'm the first female to do drill, but because there was a lot, there's still are other female rappers that I hear from the city who jump on drill beats because, you know, that's the city sound right now and that's current. But, like, in a sense of the impact, I just think that that's what people was missing. I think the city was missing, like, a real prominent girl that could be able to come on a drill beat and actually execute it, you know? And I feel like I want to fill that void a little bit more. But the EP is great because the EP fills that void, but it also has other songs. Like I do have my Caribbean side. I do show my more vulnerable side. I do show a side where I am spitting and it's bar heavy, but it's more introspective. It's not really about drill. It's about my life. So I think the EP is going to be great because it gives people more of the insight on who I am as a person. And this is my first project too that I ever dropped. So I know my fans is going to listen to certain songs and be like, oh, this is what she meant when this, like, it's going to just be like I feel like with the EP coming together, it's going to be like the stars aligning. I think it's a great body of work. I've been working really hard on it. My team has been working really hard on making sure that they help make it great. And I think that it's going to do really well. So, yeah, Baby Go coming soon. That's going to be a movie. And keep streaming Straight to It because we're going to take that to the top.
I love that. I'm super excited. And you're right. We definitely do need a strong female voice. And I saw you in the lab with Rowdy Rebel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be on the project?
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know if I can say I won't get in trouble. But no, for real, like all jokes aside, me and Rowdy, we're really locked in. Like that's really like my big bro. Like from the first time that I met him, he literally seen me, embraced me, and you would swear we knew each other for years. Like he just showed me nothing but love. I would never have anything wrong to say about Rowdy. Rowdy was real humble, real genuine. You would think, given his status and him coming out of jail and having all of this buzz, that, you know, he would just be doing his own thing. And not even just with me, because I sit back and I watch his interviews. He's really a man of his word. He said, you know, I'm willing to work with anybody who is dope from the city, who he just believes in. And he was dead serious. He reached out, we linked up, and we've been working. So, you know, I just spoke to him yesterday, actually. Really dope, really cool, really humble. And, you know, stay tuned for that Young Devyn Rowdy Rebel, because
that's fire. I'm excited. No, that's going to turn
I'm going to give you an exclusive sneak peek. I'm not going to give nobody else. You can't tell nobody else.
Please do. No, I need Sal, Scott. Can we put that, make sure that happens for sure?
Absolutely.
And are you excited about Bobby? Of course. I know. I feel
like of course I'm excited about Bobby. I didn't even get to really talk to him. I seen him. It was like a quick glimpse, but I didn't really get to talk to him. But yeah, of course I'm excited. I would definitely want to work with Bobby too. I just think New York is in a really great place right now. Like I love the atmosphere that the city is in. Especially like the weather really changed when Bobby came home. Like for real, it has not snowed, nothing. Like. But, you know, especially Brooklyn, just a lot of the artists were really, and it's starting to be a little bit more unified. You know, I feel like a while everybody was every man to themselves, but then I feel like the passing of Pop really unified a lot of people because it just showed like we really all we got, you know? Like we really all we got. We could leave the city and we could really feel like we made it out the hood and end up dying outside of the place that we was trying to get out of. So that just, you know, brought a lot of artists together. Like a lot of artists that I was in tune with before, or artists that was in tune with me before, that, you know, just being in New York, having an ego, you might not really acknowledge the person right away, but, you know, people are really just unifying. Like, I talk to a lot of people. I'm going to start working with a lot of people. It's just a great thing, and I love the space that New York is in, even the sound musically. Like, this was the perfect time, I feel, for Bobby and Rowdy to come home, too.
Yo, definitely. It was like hope. It was like hope and excitement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I agree. All right, well, definitely looking forward to Baby Goat dropping. Like you said, keep streaming straight to it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in to Blends and Trends.